Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you're a subscriber of mine, thank you so much, and if you're not, then hello, nice to meet you. Thank you for tuning into my video today. I'm super excited to do this video because there's no other video like this on YouTube about this book, probably because the book is very hard to find nowadays, and if you do find one, it's very expensive. As of today, there's only 2 available, I think, on eBay, both of which are going for like over $1,000. One of them is almost $2,000. This one I managed to find from a third-party seller on Amazon who was selling it for the cheapest price that I came across. And I actually messaged them and asked them if they would be willing to drop the price about $200 to $300. And they actually agreed to do it, and so I bought it. I paid a lot for it. I still paid a lot for it. I'm not going to say exactly what I paid, but I did pay over like $500, and that is a lot more than the book was originally selling for when Vanity was still alive. She did pass away in 2016, and since she passed away, the book, people have been reselling the book for a lot more. The book was limited edition to begin with, and then since she passed away, people have just charged crazy amounts for the book. But I did get the seller to drop the price a little, and so I didn't feel as bad about paying so much for the book. And I really wanted to read her story and read this book, and just have it just in my collection as a fan of hers. I'm not going to resell it or anything. I'm going to keep it forever. I think it's a really special book because she really put a lot of effort into it, and I know she was really proud of it. She did everything to make the book. She did not have a major publishing company backing her or supporting her. She wrote the book herself. She did all the graphic artwork in the book herself. She had it published herself, and she was selling them herself. She had a website. The website's actually still up today, where she was selling the book, and but when you click to buy it, it says it's no longer available because I've tried. But the website is still active today. I don't know why, but she was selling the book on her site, and she was selling it, I think the hardcover was selling for $90 and the paperback was selling for $60. I think, I'm not exactly sure. I remember I looked at it a long time ago, but I didn't buy the book. The book I think she released the book in the early 2000s. In the book, it says it was published in 2002, I think. So she was selling it for a while, but as I said, she's passed away, so you can no longer buy the book unless you buy it from someone selling their copy. So if you actually don't know who Vanity is, I will give you guys a little background on her. There are a ton of videos on YouTube talking about Vanity and Prince and stuff like that, but her stage name is Vanity. Her real name is Denise Matthews. She's probably mostly known for being the singer in the group Vanity 6, which they had a hit single, Nasty Girl, back in the 80s. Vanity 6 was started by Prince. She met Prince one year at the American Music Awards. I think she was Rick James' date, and she happened to meet Prince there, and Prince like fell in love with her. And at the time Prince was he was about to start his own girl group, and he met Vanity and asked her to be the singer in the group, like the face of the group. He actually gave her the name Vanity, and so she became the lead singer for Vanity 6, and her and Prince had a short relationship. She was pretty much his protege, and she became the singer for Vanity 6. It was her and 2 other girls, but she was like the face of the group, you know, because she was really so beautiful, so stunning, literally one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. And like, if you look at videos of hers on YouTube, literally like 90% of the comments are just people who are like saying how beautiful she was. She really was so stunning, and she didn't even wear that much makeup. She was totally natural, just so beautiful. And so Prince fell in love with her. He even said at one point that he viewed her as the female version of himself, and I really think they were in love. But the relationship didn't last long, and Vanity 6 didn't last very long. Eventually, Vanity left the group and she went solo. She signed a deal with Motown Records, and she released 2 solo albums, Wild Animal and Skin on Skin. And that's really how I became such a big fan of hers, was when I was looking on YouTube and I came across her music video for the song Pretty Mess. And I was like, oh my God, like, this woman is everything. Like, she's amazing. So then I listened to her solo stuff and I was just like, oh my God, like, I loved it. I love her solo music a lot more than the stuff she did with Vanity 6. But yeah, like I said, Vanity 6 didn't last very long, and her relationship with Prince actually didn't last very long. And she eventually went solo. Now, I'm not really a huge Prince fan. I never really got into his music that much. I do like, you know, some of his popular songs, you know, When Doves Cry and stuff like that. But I really never was a big fan of his. I do think he was amazingly talented. And I know he did the Purple Rain movie, which I haven't seen. But I know that Vanity had helped him with writing some of the movie, I think it was. Writing some of the movie, or, you know, developing some of the movie. And she was supposed to star in the movie with him. But like I said, the relationship ended up ending. And he ended up replacing her with another girl who kind of looked like her, but not really. And her name was Apollina. Apollina. I don't know why I can't say this name. Apollina. I don't know. Now, if Vanity was in the movie, I totally would have watched it, but she ended up not being in it, which is really unfortunate. So he replaced her with Apollina. And now, because Vanity left Vanity 6, he ended up replacing Vanity with Apollina. Why is it so hard to say? So it became Apollina 6 and no longer Vanity 6. She also did a couple of films and TV shows. She actually was doing really well as an actress. I think her acting career was probably a little bit more successful than her music career. I don't really know like how well her album sold, but she did do a couple of movies. The most popular one is probably The Last Dragon, which I actually haven't seen. She also did some TV shows and like television movies. I did watch one show that she did, which was I think it was like Friday the 13th television series or something. And she was in that, and I watched that. And she's actually a really good actress. Like, I seen her in that, and I watched some Lifetime movie that she was in. She didn't have like a major role in the movie, but I did watch it because of her. I do have to watch The Last Dragon because I know a lot of people like that movie. Now, during this time, also, Vanity ended up developing a really, really bad drug problem, and she was heavily into crack cocaine. She was doing a lot of drugs, and she almost died from kidney failure, which she talks about in the book. But yeah, she had a really bad drug problem, and that was really the main reason why her career ended, pretty much, was because of drugs and almost dying, which she talks about a bit in the book. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the book. This is the front. The name of the book is Blame It on Vanity. And it's got this beautiful, stunning photo of her on the front. So gorgeous. And then the side says limited edition, Blame It on Vanity. And then there's an excerpt on the back. I'm not going to read that, but yeah. One thing about the book is, like I said, she wrote it herself. I don't think she had anyone proofread it or like check it, because there are a lot of grammatical errors in the book. which isn't a big deal for me, but it did kind of make it a little bit hard to read sometimes because she would put like commas in weird places, and like the formatting is kind of weird in some spots, but it wasn't a big deal. The beginning of the book starts off, of course, with her talking about her childhood. She talks about her mother and her grandmother, who are from Germany. She is mixed race. Her mother's from Germany and her father is from America. Her father was black and her mother was white. She talks a lot about her childhood in the book. Probably like almost half the book is just her talking about her childhood. There are a lot of pictures in the book, which I love. There's some pictures of her as a child and her family, her grandmom, her mom, her dad. And I'll show you guys some of the photos and the inside of the book. Another thing about the book is that it's in like cursive. So like, I don't know if you can see, but the book is like in cursive, a cursive font. I don't know the name of this font. And also she made the text all colored, which I think is kind of cool, but it also can make it sometimes hard to read. Like you can see on this page, it's like all different colors, rainbow text. Like I said, you know, it made it kind of hard to read, but it wasn't like a big deal. The only thing is that certain spots, the text would be kind of hard to see because it's like a dark red. She'll use like a dark red color on the black background of the page, which is kind of difficult to see, or like a dark purple or something. So here's a picture of her. There's a lot of pictures, and let me show you. Here's one of her father, which I really love that. There's like tons of pictures almost on every page. And here's, oh my God, this one's so cute. So that's her and her mother. Here is one of her moms. So like all this like graphic artsy stuff, she did this all herself. Like there's a lot of pictures where they're like kind of abstract and you know, there's text and art, and she did all that herself. Here's another. Like the beginning of the book, like I said, is mostly her talking about her family and growing up, her sisters, her mom, her dad. Almost half of the book is, I think, her talking about her childhood. She did have a lot of abuse in her childhood, mainly from her father. I actually got kind of upset reading some of it. It was very sad. She really had a lot of dark stuff in her childhood, which broke my heart to read. Here's another picture of her as a kid. Sorry about the lighting. The book is about 30 chapters. For some reason, chapter 15, there is no chapter 15. It goes from 14 to 16. I don't know what that's about, if it got cut out or something, but there is no chapter 15. I don't know why. And it isn't really until chapter 19 when she starts to talk about her time in Hollywood and meeting Prince and Vanity 6. One thing, she hardly talks about Vanity 6. I think she mentions Vanity 6 like twice. And one of the things in the book she mentions with Vanity 6 is that from what I got from it, she left Vanity 6 because of money. I don't think she was getting paid what she wanted to be paid. So that's, I think, part of the reason she ended up leaving Vanity 6. That's what I got from the book. The way she writes the book, she writes it very, I don't know the word. She writes it very like extravagantly, almost like riddles or something. Like it's not like straightforward, you know, like she's writing like poetry or something, like but yeah, so but that's what I got from what she wrote, was that part of the reason she left was money issues. Also in the book she mentions Prince not being faithful and kind of sleeping around, which seems to be the reason why her and Prince broke up. And from videos I've watched about her and Prince's relationship on YouTube, that seemed to be a big thing, was that Prince had a lot of girlfriends. And I think she wanted to be with him. She just wanted to be with him. She wasn't like, she didn't want to sleep around or anything like that with other people. And so from what I read, that seems to be the reason her and Prince broke up. She doesn't give any like juicy, scandalous details about their relationship. And I think that's one of the main reasons like anyone would get the book or want the book, is to read about her relationship with Prince and what that was like and her time in Vanity 6. But like I said, she really doesn't say much about it. And she doesn't even mention anything about her relationship with Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. I know that they had like a really toxic relationship briefly after her relationship with Prince. And they were like doing tons of drugs, and he like punched her in the face and all this crazy shit. But she doesn't even mention any of that in the book, like literally nothing. And really a lot of the book is just her talking about her love of the Lord and how Jesus saved her when she was almost close to death in the hospital from kidney failure, because she spent so many years doing drugs and she was really close to death. But she says that Jesus saved her. He came to her and he saved her and he gave her a second chance. And since that moment, she decided to devote her life to Christ, and she pretty much wanted to erase anything to do with Vanity and Hollywood. She wanted nothing to do with it anymore, and she just wanted to devote her life to Jesus and preaching his word and trying to help others to accept Christ and change their lives for the better. And that was what she did up until she passed away in 2016. And I remember like one time I was Googling this book, trying to find it, and I came across a post, I think it was a Prince forum, and someone had actually mentioned she was writing another book, which was supposed to be more in depth about her relationship with Prince and stuff. And I think it was called like The Black Box or something, or Pandora's Box or something like that. But I don't know if that's a rumor or if that was true. Who knows? But yeah. So I really enjoyed this book so much. I'm so happy and grateful to have it and to be able to read her story written by her. I really did enjoy it a lot, and I'll probably reread it at some point in the future. And I think if you're a big Vanity fan like me and you happen to get the book, you will enjoy it. But if you just want to read about like the juicy, scandalous details about her relationship with Prince, then you're probably not going to enjoy the book, because she really doesn't talk very much about it. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Rest in peace to Denise, and yeah, bye.